Hi there, I will be showing you how to do a search for my topic, which is what are the social impacts of the creation of the FARC in Colombia in the 80s? I'm going to start by going to databases, and the database that I'm most comfortable using is EBSCO. I have used this, or Academic Search Premier, I've used this in other classes, so I'm most familiar with this. Um, my searches are going to just be a simple FARC, and then or I'm also going to put the Spanish name for it because it sometimes appears both, and I know it's helpful to use synonyms when you are putting in things. I'm also going to do this with 1980s or 80s. When I have done previous searches, it shows up as or 80s, as in spelling this way. The only issues with that, the 80s comes up as when it's like being used to show a number of things, so like 80 army or like 80 boots or 80 something. So I've just found it easier if I don't actually include that and just include the 1980s or 80s because it shows me that time period that I'm looking for in my question. If I wanted to limit the publication date, I could go down here and do that. That all the stuff down here, I can also just do a lot of other changes if I would want to do that. But for now, I'm just going to start off by doing this search. 9 results came up. And then if I want to open one of them, I can click depending on which is which. Again, the evolution of the FARC. Let's see what this is talking about. This specifically talks about the 1980s. That's why search popped up. And this is just going to give us a big background of a lot of information. However, it does mention kind of this timeline that I'm looking for, and since the 1980s, history of peace, negotiation. So it kind of does give me kind of some stuff that I'm looking for with that social impact I'm basing my question off of. Now, if I want to narrow, I can also find the full text here. So if I want to look through this full text, this is an 11-page document, but I have kind of the highlighted part that I already need, so I don't need to do that. I can narrow my subject down just as I've already previously shown. If I want to get a citation for the article, I can do multiple things. I can just put it back into my Zotero that I've used in the past, or I can just go right here. They have a little site. This gives all the references, but it also gives the citation for it, which is nice if I need to use that. Lastly, I can just go back to the beginning of the search, and if I want to narrow it down to kind of specifically for what we're doing, if I want to narrow it down to scholarly peer-reviewed journals, or if I want to look for a newspaper, I can click any of these specific headers and do that by just narrowing it down. And yeah, that is the majority of what I will be looking for, and I can narrow it down, cite it, and I can also find more articles by narrowing it down by using specific phrases and using synonyms to do so. Thank you.